Hey guys, we got back from the tour on Wednesday, the 22nd of February. We actually headed out right after the concert in Kiev. We didn't want to stay the night, we just wanted to get home. So we were home at like 3 a.m. And it took me a while to do this video because most of us got sick. As soon as we got home, some of us were getting sick even before that. And so it was, actually, Aaron got really sick the last day. When we were in Rivne, on the 21st, we went from Rivne to Kiev in the morning. And Aaron, when he woke up, was just really out of it and had a high temperature. And we thought we'd send him back to Ternopil. So some of us we headed to Kiev, or we started to head out, and Aaron slept a little longer, and he actually wrote me and said, I really want to do this. And so he was able to come to Kiev. It would have been a huge loss for us. Aaron is not just percussion in the band, which is important, but also just he takes care of all the finances and plays a huge administrative role in Room for More. So we were glad to have him for that last day. And it would have been sad for him to miss out in Kiev. That was the biggest concert, and really, I think just the best one, the best response, and probably the most needed as well. And that's something we really recognized doing this tour, was just how it just confirmed how needed this is right now. What we wanted to do, as we've said, just provide that space for people to just exhale, for them to receive encouragement, to hear songs of hope, to hear the gospel. And you could just sense people responding, like in need of that, and needing that community, needing that hope and oneness. And and also just the fact that, this is, most of these songs are songs that a lot of Christians, churched people know in Ukraine. And so it was great for them, but then also many invited non-churched friends, and it resonated with a lot of them too. So it was a cool kind of crossover kind of event, where it's not just like a worship night, and the venues were all neutral for the most part, like not in churches, but just concert halls in those cities. And that was intentional on our part, to just invite people in to this, that maybe it's not an environment they'd normally be in. We've kind of been looking at this tour as like a stepping stone to something bigger, where we've never done a tour before, and of course we started with something huge. There's 27 of us on tour, and having the orchestra, and just working out the logistics. There's definitely a lot for us to learn, but we do want to do something bigger, and especially we want to push further east and south. This tour is mostly in the western part of the country, and just being in Kiev, which is the furthest east we went, we just recognized like there's just a whole different atmosphere and sense of things. There's more of an urgency the further east you go, and so we want to be able to do this again in the future. And so we're already planning, learning from what what was on this tour. There's a lot of things that that are new to us. But Aaron did a great job. Margot is also Room for More administrator. They were like a great team, just working these things out. And so we're just excited about what we might be able to do in the future. And then, of course, the second goal we had was to also get people in these cities to participate in supporting, supporting something bigger than just these events, right? So we've been partnering with Musicians Defend Ukraine. I think I mentioned this before. They provide protective gear for those that are on the front lines. And so we were able to raise quite a lot for this fund in these different cities. All the proceeds went to that. And so people were also able to just feel like they're a part of something bigger. And I think that was important. And that also highlights that we've been building relationships with these guys at Musicians Defend Ukraine, and relationships are a big part of this whole tour, building relationship with them, and also with the guys in the orchestra, and the team too. Just there's so much so many discipleship opportunities and growth in that way as well. So yeah, just a lot of great things, a lot of things we're still reflecting on. And because we've been sick, we haven't really had a chance to fully kind of have a debrief together. We've kind of talked in bits and pieces here. But as far as the future of all this, we are praying about doing something in May, maybe not with the orchestra, but doing a tour that would include, we've had invitations to places like Zaporizhia, southern Ukraine, and then in eastern Ukraine as well. So we want to do that, doing something for Easter here in Ternopil with the orchestra. And then probably in September, we would do like a much bigger, more expanded tour. So you can just keep praying for those things. We appreciate your prayers so much, and your financial support. I've said that many times, and it's a huge blessing, and we're just blown away by just how you guys are partnering with us in all of this. And specifically, there are needs as far as Room for More goes. Always, a couple of things are that we're wanting to expand the team. We need, for example, somebody to work on social media stuff more, a dedicated person for that, more people to work in the studio, the audio side of things. So those are just a couple of the needs. If you want to know more specifics, you can write me as well. But once again, just want to thank you guys. And thanks for making it to the end of this video and for praying us through this trip. It was a roller coaster. There was a lot of spiritual attacks and battle and discouragement, especially at the beginning. I was actually feeling sick the first day, and just feeling really down, just like, why are we doing this? What is this all about and for? And just thankful the Lord got us through it and was able to use it for his glory. All right, so we'll keep updating you guys, and have a great day.